Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be testing a whole bunch of new high-end products. Number one, a foundation, being the Makeupforever Matte Velvet Skin Liquid Foundation. This claims to be a 24-hour full coverage foundation. It's dermatologist tested. I'm in the shade Y375. Let's see. 30 mils, so 1 ounce, and I think it's like $39. I'll list it in down below and all the shade range and everything because I unfortunately did not look that up. I'm going to be testing the Kind is the New Pretty by Tarte. This is a powder foundation to powder the rest of my face. Setting powder Peach Perfect. I got the mini. This Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer Camouflage plus 24-hour wear, and I got Moderately Fair 10. So we're going to be doing that. And also I got a new brow product. It is the Kat Von D. It is in dark brown, so this is the pomade. So it's Super Brow Long Wearing Pomade. Okay, so if you're excited for this video and this foundation review, first impressions, I will list the outcome of it after 12 hours of wear down in the description box, as I usually do. So yes, subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and definitely ring that bell so that you're notified each and every time I upload. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Firstly, I'm going to prime my eyes with the MAC Soft Paint Pot. MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This is just really a good primer for the eyes, for the eyeshadow not to crease, cake, or go anywhere throughout the day. Oh, I'm just noticing this unsightly mark right here. Got to cover that up. So in the next clip, I will have it covered for you guys. So we're not going to go in with the eyes. We're going to go in with the complexion first. I'm going to be using the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer as per usual. This is my holy grail for oily skin. Like I said before, it blurs the texture. Always go over your eyebrows and your lips. Learned that from Wayne Goss, that it extends the wear time of the brow product and the lip product that you are wearing. By the way, my nails are the by CS, and I just have it by itself. Before I had it over a lilac color, but you can wear it on its own, and today I'm wearing it on its own, and it's super reflective in different types of lights. Very gorgeous. I will list her link down below. It's definitely an indie brand, total cruelty free and vegan, so yeah. So as per the usual, I'm going to be doing one side with a brush and one side with a sponge. So let's just go ahead and take a look at how this foundation is. So it looks pretty solid, pretty thick. It's not runny at all. It's not running down my hand. It's just kind of staying there. So I just took one squirt of it. I'm going to go in with the Pract. It's not Practic, it's Pract. This is the Angled Foundation brush. It is the sister brand to the Sigma company. So it is very high quality brush, and I do have a code down below. Everything is $9 and under if interested. They have tools, they have sponges, brushes, and I highly recommend their cleaning mat for brushes. I have been using that to clean my brushes, and boy oh boy, they look amazing and it cleans amazing. By the way, for a cleanser, I use the Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. So don't go out and buy a high-end, brush cleanser. It's very cheap. So I'm already noticing on this side it's very lightweight. It is definitely drying down to a very velvety texture, as it states. It's not emphasizing texture, definitely full coverage. Just with that little tiny bit of product. Wow. Getting my ears, of course, down the neck. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more for the sponge side, and I'm literally only taking a little bit. So after the foundation, before the foundation. By the way, my texture is incredible. My skin is so soft because I did use my personal microderm abrasion device. It's from pmd.com. I will link it down below. I've been using it for some time now, and it completely regenerates the cells and it turns them over. So my skin is like baby soft skin. 90% of your skincare products, oh my gosh, this is blinding right now. 90% of skincare products are properly absorbed into the skin, and they're more effective making, you know, anti-aging, all those benefits. And so I highly recommend it. If I do a video on it, if you guys want a video on it, you will get a code to get a lot of money off. I don't make any money. It's just for strictly for you guys. So if you want to see a video on that, let me know and I will definitely do that. Going in with my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, just stippling it onto the face. Let's see if it has any better coverage with the sponge. More coverage with the sponge, unbelievably. This sponge doesn't soak up much product, but it does take away the water. So I'm just going to smooth over this side, any brush strokes that I may have had. My skin looks flawless. Wow. So it is definitely a matte finish. I have oily skin for reference and texture. If you guys didn't know or are new here. So let's look at the face. Totally full coverage. It's not emphasizing texture. It's not settling into any fine lines. As I can see, my skin looks completely airbrushed. My pores look totally non-existent. It is full coverage. This shade is perfect for me. I use the shade matcher from Sephora, so definitely do that. Whatever current foundation you are in, they will match you on their site, even if it's a drugstore foundation. So definitely do that when going in before buying, you know, to get your correct shade. But yeah, so far it's a perfect match for me, and I'm absolutely loving the way that this looks. Of course, I'm going to powder everything down as I usually do because I do have oily skin. And I forgot to spray. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do the setting spray to lock it all in first. Anyway, I usually do a setting spray first, then my primer, then my foundation concealer, and then another spray of setting spray. And yeah, to make it last forever. I was supposed to go in with my color corrector, but I'm just using my Tarte CC Cream for any of my dark circles. Do you see how that just diminished all of those, you know, bluish tints to my under eye? See the difference? Yeah. This stuff is bomb. I'm in the shade light medium, and I just highly recommend this. Although you can't see any bags on me anymore. So just going down the sides of the mouth, where I tend to have some blue veins, and the sides of the nose and the smile lines. Yeah. And we're going to be putting concealer in those areas, but I'm going to blend over that with a sponge. And then we're going to go straight into the Clinique concealer. I wonder how that's going to perform. I just used my 100 perk point at Sephora, so it comes in very little size. But yeah, it looks to be a good match for me. Let's see. Wow, so it just kind of spurted out there. This looks like it's very thin. Wow, and it looks like it's going to be a very full coverage. So just that little amount covered my whole entire face, where I usually put concealer. if you're just interested in the foundation part, I highly recommend it. It does exactly what it says it does. If you're oily skin, just check the description box as to how it wore over a 12-hour period, as that is what I normally do. Or you can skip to after I powder and do my makeup to see how it looks over top. See if it emphasizes any texture, and I'll put the timestamp in the description box to let you know when I've powdered and put down all my other products. But most of my viewers like to see the rest of the makeup application process, so therefore I do it for the viewers that like my content and request that I put on the rest of my makeup. So yeah, I really like this concealer. Very, very lightweight. No scent to it at all. Let's see. Oh my word, my under eye has never looked better, seriously. I recommend it over Tarte Shape Tape, over the undercover CoverGirl that I used. Wow. This stuff is bomb. I'm gonna have to purchase this in the big size when I run out. So no texture, blended out like a dream, lightweight, cancels out any discoloration, full coverage, doesn't emphasize texture, pores, or anything like that. Doesn't settle into the fine lines. It looks absolutely perfect, like completely airbrushed. Wow. No texture. I'm impressed. By the way, guys, it is 5 in the morning, so excuse my appearance, as I always say. I'm going to use the actual Bye Bye Pores setting powder for my under eye. It does come with a brush, but I'm just going to use my damp sponge, sort of rub it around. Ooh, this powder is so good. This is a first impressions. I've never used this powder before, just in the areas that I have put the concealer. So this is definitely mattifying. It's not altering the shade of the concealer, and it's definitely mattifying. It's actually a little bit brightening, which I do prefer. So that, ooh, I really like this powder, and it's so soft and finely milled. Yeah, it just is like butter. It melts right into my fingers. Wow, I really like that powder. So then I'm going to be taking the Tarte Kind is the New Pretty powder foundation, and it looks like this. It's got the little, you know, it's got some crisscrosses with Tarte on the bottom. So this feels super, super buttery, very finely milled, and I am in the shade Light Medium Neutral. So I'm just going to take this on my sponge and set down the rest of my face to mattify it because I have oily skin. And then we're going to spritz our setting spray to make this makeup last all day long. If you want sweat proof, crease proof, you know, waterproof foundation, definitely follow all the steps that I do to achieve that effect. Now this powder foundation is amazing. Oh my gosh. It provides extra coverage and it's super finely milled. It's not emphasizing my texture. It's going on like a dream. It's not drying. It's not settling into my fine lines. It's blurring. Wow, this is really, really good. I recommend first impressions. For setting spray today, I'm going to be using the Model in a Bottle setting spray, makeup setting spray. The first ingredient in here is alcohol, so it's definitely going to mattify, definitely set the makeup all day. So let's go and spritz that. You're going to want to keep your eyes closed until this is dry on the eyes. So yeah. Oh, and this dries quick. So, because the first ingredient, of course, is alcohol. Let's go in with our brows, shall we? So this is sort of what it looks like. It looks very, very dark. I wonder if it's going to be a cool tone or a warm tone. And I'm just going to take this brush here. It's an angled eyeliner by Sonia Kashuk. And I'm going to take a little bit of that. I always sort of wipe off the excess so that we don't have too harsh and too much color all at once. I'm going to do one brow on camera and one brow off. So let's just go underneath the brow in the middle and go down toward the tail. So this is very, very nice and thick, but it's not too crazy creamy. It's just creamy enough. So this is my first impression of this. And I sort of take it in the front. So just that tiny bit of product with it wiped off did my entire brow. And I always go toward my nose because I don't have a lot of hair. So it's like back combing. I have a lot of skin underneath where I don't have hair. I think I shall wipe the foundation off my lips. Nobody likes that look. I'm just going to feather it upward in the front of the brow, sort of where less product is. Now this does not have a spoolie, this brush, but I still love it for the brows. I think I'm getting sick, guys. I really do. My throat hurts. So I feel like I have to clear it every couple of minutes. But oh wow, so this is a very nice cool undertone. It's not too much, it's not too emollient. It sits just perfectly and it has dried down, so it's really locked in and I absolutely love it. You guys, I wiped the foundation off my lip, but I forgot to use the Peach Perfect powder. Oh my gosh. I'll have to use it in a separate video, but I love the way my brows look. They look amazing. So I'm going to use my Holy Grail brow setting gel. It's the Maybelline Fiber Volume brow setting gel, and I'll be right back. Actually, I'll show it to you. So it's the Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer, and I have medium brown. It's a brow mascara. It's sort of flat, and it has some bristles, so I sort of start back combing. It makes the brows look hairier. If you have sparse brows and you have no brows, it sort of fluffs them up. If you are blessed, unlike me, with a lot of brow hair, you can just get away with using this and no pomade or defining pencil because this is very pigmented and it does lock in the brows all day. So I'm super impressed with that Kat Von D brow pomade. I think it's amazing and totally worth the money. Like, look how great my brows look right now. The cool tone is the perfect shade. I absolutely adore it. Let's get into the eyes. I'm going to be using the Morphe 35O palette. I haven't used this in a hot minute. I'm so excited to use it now. I want to do a warm orange tone. So this has an orangey shade in it, which is perfect. Every palette should have an orangey shade in it because whether you're doing purples, a smoky eye, if it gets patchy or very hard to blend, just use an orange eyeshadow and it'll look perfect every single time. I'm going to start out with this shade here. Sort of a warmer tone brown on the verge of an orangey, but we need to build up our transition shade in order for all of our other shadows to lay down properly. Now these are the old Morphe palettes, you know, with the cheap packaging, no mirror, nothing like that. So just layering our transition shade up to be a little bit dark for all the rest of these shades to blend properly. You guys, both my girls got up. There's no getting them back to bed. So if you hear footsteps, that is them. So this added a fair bit of warm tone. I'm loving that. I'd like to go into the orangey shade here with the same brush, the Morphe M441. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I really like this. I love a good warm tone shadow look. I know I do these all the time on my channel, but guys, it's just what I gravitate toward. I love it. So just really building this up to your desired pigment. Highly recommend this palette, by the way. Look at it. Warm, cool, neutral. You can do anything you want with this palette. You don't need another palette. I really do love it and have missed it so. I want to get the Morphe 3502. I did have it and I gave it away, guys. I saw it in Ulta and I'm going to have to pick it up. So guys, I just put the same colors that I used on the top on my bottom lower lash line with the Sigma E20 brush. Perfect for lower lash line work. I'm going to be taking this brush from Focallure. I have a video coming from Focallure. It's been pre-filmed for so long and I don't know why I haven't put it up yet. So I'm going into this reddish tone. This is a dual-sided brush, flat shader and a blending brush. I'm just going to add that to the crease and I'm sort of going to blend this all over because it looks so beautiful. Just this monochromatic. I will add a shimmer. Don't worry. We'll give it some sort of dimension, some sort of sparkle to the lid. Oh, I'm loving how this looks. I'm just going to drag that to the middle of the lower lash line. Oh, that looks lovely. Don't you guys think? Who loves an orangey, bronzy, smoky eye besides me? Loving how this looks. As you can see on this eye, I added some dimension. I added this color right here onto the top of my outer corner and on the lower lash line on the other eye as well. So as always, I just lay the color down by dotting it or just patting it, and then I go in and blend. So none of these shadows are actually patchy. They're very beautiful. Beautifully formulated, excellent pigment, excellent quality. I've loved this palette for so long. I actually did a video on it. I'm just going to go really close to my waterline with this because I don't want to cover up those orange shades. I like that dimension. For a shimmer, what do I want to do? I think I want to do this copper shade right here, right on my finger, and I'm going to pat this on the lid. Oh yes, nice warm eye with that. Look at that shade. It's so pretty. Just patting that on the lid. Guys, look at my nail polish. It's so gorgeous. I love that brand. You need this nail polish. It will literally change the game of any polish you put on your nails. This is just by itself. It's so beautiful just by itself, but added onto any color, it just makes it pop, and it, whatever color's underneath it, it'll give this nice duochrome. Ugh, obsessed. Okay. Let us use this shimmer right here for our brow bone and our inner corner. Just looking for a brush. I'm going to use this Sigma pencil brush in E30. I'm going to take this shade, pop it into the inner corner. Oh, gorgeous. Just on the arch of the brow bone, not too much. When you add too much, it sort of takes away from the shadow and makes it look a bit, you look a bit aged, honestly. Oh, I love this color. I'm so happy that most of my viewers love the longer get ready with me type style videos because I really enjoy doing them. And I'm also going to take that on the inner third of the lower lash line just to open up our eyes a bit. By doing so, this does open up the eye and make the eye look less tired. I'm actually going to take that on the inner third of the top lash line as well. Top lid lash line. Oh my goodness. You guys, it's so early. There's no putting those girls back to bed either. They're like wide awake. It's fine. My husband will deal with it. Anybody else? Feel me on that? Just look at what it did. It transformed that completely. Already at 24 minutes. Looking great. I'm going to go throw on some liner, lashes, mascara. You know it's the Essence Lash Princess, the green tube. Totally water resistant. No, it's just this one right here. Smudge proof. It does not translate onto the lower, skin of the bottom lashes. It adds length, volume, it holds a curl. I just love this stuff. All by itself, it's amazing, but I want to add lashes just for the video. So the lashes I've popped on are the Nakia Joy Natasha lashes. These are for small eyes, no cutting needed. These are my favorite lashes from her by far. Here is the eye look we created with the Morphe 350 palette. Going in with my Morphe Icon bronzer and my Morphe brush. No, I am not affiliated with Morphe. I just love this brush and this bronzer. It's like so seamless and flawless. You really can't go wrong. It's the Icon bronzer. This is the Morphe M530 brush. Ugh, I can't get enough of this bronzer. It's so perfect for light to medium skin tones. They have a light, medium, and deep. So this is for the deeper light skin tones, I would say. And medium, like a deeper medium, and then for the extra olivey yellow undertone people, the darkest shade is the best. Gonna bronze my chin and jawline. Like, just look at that. It's so flawless. For blush, I'm going to be going in with this Pacifica blush and bronzer duo. It's in the shade Bronze Rose. I love the blush in here. Going in with my Sephora blush brush. I'm just going to pat this on. Oh, it's so beautiful. Nice rose, deeper rose, and it has a little bit of gleam in it, a little bit of shimmer. So if you did not want to apply a highlight, you definitely don't need to. Stand back, assess the situation, and look at the blush. I absolutely adore this blush. It's so amazing. So I changed my mind. I find that to be more of a blush topper. So I did take my Revlon, the new Rose Bomb blush, and I just went over top of that. For my highlight, you guys know what I'm going to go in with. It is the new Nakia Joy Illuminate palette. If you haven't picked this up, you absolutely need to. I have a video on it already that's gone up. These are so, so gorgeous. I'm totally in love with this palette. I don't want to pick up another highlighting palette since I've had this. So I'm going to go in with Glimmer and Gilded and just apply that. Holy shnikes, guys. Like, these are perfect tones. They don't emphasize any texture. They're so soft on the skin, completely buildable, customizable to what you like. They can be completely, blinding. They can be soft and subtle, but the pigment is insane. Look at that. You know how some highlights emphasize all the texture you have? Well, this one does not. And it is extra, extra, extra. I want to see if we wet it. Let's try that. I'm going to spritz. I already put the highlight in. I'm going to spritz my brush. Just that. Next level. Ugh. Completely next level. I'm glowing to the gods right now. And by the way, she specifically formulated this. It's all cruelty-free, by the way. So is the Kat Von D brow product. There is a shade for absolutely every skin tone. So this shade would be for deeper skin tones, also deeper skin tones, and the fair range, and these are the more deep. But I kind of mix because I'm fairly, deep. If we found that we have applied too much highlight, just go in with a powder brush and go all over it to make it completely seamless and look very blended and amazing. I love going with a powder brush and just meshing it all together. because it does. It makes it look a lot more seamless and put together. Like, look at that. Toned it down, made everything look cohesive and blended and perfect. I love it. I've just lined my lips with the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in Dusty Rose, quickly becoming one of my favorites. Taking my Bite Beauty, these are some of the longest lasting lipsticks ever, and this is in the shade Glace. There's an accent over the E, so I quite don't know, but these are super long lasting, ultra creamy, cruelty free. I love these lipsticks. Like, oh my god, next level. This shade is the perfect nude. It's so, and they're retractable, so how freaking convenient. Just take it in the purse. Let's set everything down with our Model in a Bottle setting spray. Again, this has a perfect sort of mist. Be careful not to open the eye because it is pure alcohol. Not pure alcohol, but woo, that is potent. So you guys, this is the final look. I absolutely love it. I'm in love with this foundation. Everything applied perfectly over the foundation. It's not patchy. It's not settling into my fine lines. It's been about a half an hour. And oh my gosh, my skin looks completely airbrushed, flawless, perfect. It's not emphasizing texture. Like, look at this. Completely full coverage. It's definitely a matte finish. I will update you in the description box as always. I will be wearing this all day for 12 to 14 hours, and I will let you know with my natural oils peeking through if it looks a little more dewy throughout the day, if it does settle into fine lines, how it looks when I use a blotting sheet, if it lifts the foundation, all of that jazz. I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. To my existing subscribers, thank you so much for your continued love and support. I really appreciate it. You are my family here on YouTube, and I absolutely adore all of your positive comments. My place is a happy place, a place of positivity where we can talk, discuss, become friends. And yeah, leave a comment down in the description box letting me know, will you be picking up any of these items, especially the foundation. Looks amazing, and I'm highly impressed with it. So until my next video, guys, I hope you're all having a great day, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.